the thrill of hope. And on Christmas Day, of course, we celebrated Jesus' birth, and that hope has come. And over the past 6 weeks, we've been using a line from the song, "O Holy Night." And as we come to the end of this series, we're thinking about the line that talks about falling on our knees. And so I'd love to talk just for a few minutes at the start of 2025 and ask the question, what position are you preparing yourself to be in this year? And so I just wondered, not just this Christmas, but any Christmas that you can ever remember, has anyone ever received a gift of a bike, a scooter, a skateboard, or roller skates? Has anyone ever received a gift like that one Christmas? Amazing. Quite a few of us in the room. I did one Christmas. I received some roller skates, and alongside it, I got this gift. So I got some roller skates, but I also got this gift. And I wondered if someone could come and open this for me. Yeah, come and open it. It got a bit wet this morning. I walked here, and it was raining when I walked here, so it's a little bit wet. So you unwrap it for me. Great work. Take that out. Do you know what those are? You don't know what these are. These, do you want to pull the wrapping paper for me? Thank you so much. These are some knee pads and elbow pads, okay? Because, well, quite frankly, I'm a little bit clumsy, so I needed those alongside the roller skates. But I received them because if I was going to learn how to roller skate, I needed to be prepared to use these. I needed to be prepared to fall over, to not get it right, to learn, and sometimes to learn the very hard way with a few bumps along the way. And I don't know what this last year has looked like for you, or what you think you're preparing for in 2025. Maybe, like a lot of the population, as we saw in the game, maybe you're preparing to save more money, eat more healthily, gain a new skill, or spend more time with friends and family. Maybe you're preparing to start a new job. Maybe you're preparing to retire this year. Maybe you're preparing to meet new people. Maybe you're trying this year to make new friends and put yourself out there more than you did this past year. Or maybe you're preparing to make some really difficult decisions or facing situations that you simply cannot prepare for. We can't know how 2025 will turn out for us personally, for our families, or for us as a church. We can't prepare for everything that we will face this year. But we can ask ourselves, what position am I preparing myself to be in this year? When the wise men visited Jesus, the Bible tells us that they bowed down and they worshipped him. These wise men were really clever people. They had studied the stars. They had come from meeting the king of the land. They had come from meeting with King Herod, which you couldn't just walk in and do. They had traveled a really long way. And yet, when they arrived in front of a baby, they knelt down in their own fine clothes, which looked stunning and beautiful, with costly gifts that were fit for a king. They lay down in a very dirty, dusty stable. So when facing Jesus, whether you've known him for a really long time, a really little time, or maybe you don't know if you know him for yourself yet, what position are you preparing yourself to take? In the song, "O Holy Night," it encourages us to fall on our knees, just as the wise men did. And this year, are you prepared to take a position of worship, of humility, of admiring God's glory and his beauty? Are you willing to put yourself in a position to be stretched, to learn? You see, the gift of elbow pads and knee pads wasn't just given to protect my knees and elbows from the inevitable scrapes from falling over in the back garden or on the pavement. It was given for the purpose of stretching my ability. I was only going to get better at roller skating by daring to take my grip off the side of my house, to risk the knee scrapes and the elbow bumps. I've always been the type of person who wants to jump to the next level or ability. If I could get good at roller skating just by watching a YouTube video and clicking my fingers, I would be all over it. But the reality is that the stuff that we want to get better at, it takes time and effort. Jim sent an email around last week, and it had this quote in it, which he also mentioned in his sermon. You'll never change your life until you do something you change daily. You'll never change your life until you do something you change daily. You see, this gift here, it released me to get to where I wanted to be. No longer gripping onto the side of my house, but enjoying the exhilaration of learning how to jump off curbs and weave in and out of people. Don't ask me to do it now. I would definitely break a leg trying. But you see, the thing is, the thrill of hope, the reality that Jesus has come is real. And there are things that we can put in place day in, day out to help us experience that thrill of hope afresh each day. And so I wonder, are you willing to position yourself to learn this year, to try, to expect to not always get it right? I wonder this year, what position are you preparing yourself to be in with God? As a church, we'd love to invite you to read Scripture together this year. We believe that in Scripture we encounter his love. We learn to live more like Jesus, and we're transformed by his Spirit. And so Jim mentioned this last week, but I'm going to mention it again today. There are 4 resources. There's a little slide that will come up on the screen. There are 4 resources that we'd love to invite you to consider using this year. And so I've started using this. It's called Bread. It's got some simple Bible reading prompts in it, and then it takes you through a really easy way to just be with God and reflect on his word together. And so there are quite a number of us doing that this year. We'd love to invite you to do that. You can really easily download a PDF version of this so that you don't have to pay for it, but you can also order it online, and if you need any help doing that, do let us know. So if you are a grown-up, or maybe if you're in older youth, you might want to consider using that. If you're in youth, one of my favorite things that we've done so far this year is we're reading the Bible Project's New Testament in a Year. It's on the Bible Reading app. There are about 12 of us doing it so far, but if you're in the youth group and you want to join in with that, do let me know and I can add you into that. And if you are a family and you've got children in your family, you might want to consider using this. A few of us have used it with our own families before. There's just one little page to read each year. And actually, this morning, a family who have children who have grown up now and they're in the youth group came with one of these and said, my children are too old for this. Is there a family here that would like that? So is there a family here that don't yet have this and would like one? You already have one, sweetheart. You're in my house. Is there any family? Yeah, come and grab it. It's yours. There we go. But if anybody else would like a copy of one of those, then please do get in touch. And then if you've got slightly younger families, we'd love to encourage you just to simply get this big Bible storybook. It's a brilliant resource. And so if you've got maybe preschool-age children, you might want to use this one this year. We're really excited this year to press in as a church into worship, reading the Bible together, and praying more. And we're really excited because tomorrow we're going to be opening up our prayer room. And so we'd love to invite you to join us this year in praying more purposefully in this building. And so there's loads of opportunity to come in during the week to do that. And so do chat to either myself or Beth if you want to know what times it's open and when.